Happy Friday evening, everybody. I know everybody's like, I'm done for the week. Like, no, I'm staring at a very busy weekend. It's funny. I talk about this, especially with my clients. Are like, we don't know. Like, are you okay working Saturday and Sunday? I'm like, yes, that's what I do. Like, I may take a random Tuesday off, but the weekends are really my busy time. So I do see that today is the 21st, which means I should be doing a live stream tomorrow night on the 22nd for the Grippy Sock live stream. Probably not going to happen because I'm going to do a longer open house tomorrow, to noon to 6. So by the time I get home from that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be tuckered. Anyhow, welcome to Fraud Friday. If it's your first time here, my name is Zach Kidd. Let's see, Zach, it's not going to come up on this screen. Wherever you're watching from, I'm live streaming on YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook page, Facebook profile. I'm missing one here. Yeah, whatever. Twitch, also streaming on Twitch. You can chat from wherever you're at. I can bring the chat box up on screen and it kind of consolidates everybody's chat comments, but if somebody makes a comment on YouTube, you're probably not going to see it on Facebook and vice versa. All right, now that the housekeeping stuff's out of the way, let's do the happy thing. Let's start Fraud Friday with the happy thing. It should start with $5 Friday. Can you spare just $5 for a pause cause? These beautiful faces are all in boarding, and that's not free. And poor Chandler doesn't even have a photo yet, but he ran up the vet bill with his battle with liver failure. Any amount is gratefully received. You can donate at pawliferescuegroup.org/donate. If you would prefer to donate products, they have a link on that page for their Amazon wish list too. Adopt, don't shop, and please spay and neuter your pets. If you can't adopt, then please consider fostering or financing one of these friendly faces. I love that. They're so cute. Oh, Hamlin is still looking for somebody. Poor Hamlin. Like, apparently he's just a solo dog. Like, he doesn't like other dogs or cats. If it wasn't for that, because I've got Dory, who's laid up down here taking a nap right now, because she's good at that. If it wasn't for that, I'd be like, Hamlin needs to come here. So, yeah, he's just such a handsome guy. Anyhow, $5 Friday, donate at pawlife.com. Paul Life, you saw it. Anyhow, yeah, that's the happy stuff. Let's move on to the actual fraud and scam info. Get over here, and there we go. Put up my little banner about you can chat from wherever you're watching at. And where am I going here? Oh yes, we need. Oh, that's why, because I hit that twice. Let's see that again. Oh, hey, yeah, wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I need my cheat sheet here. Let's try it. Got both my hands up here. Show the internet. Show the internet. Voice attack, man. I love voice attack. It's so cool. Oh yeah, also big news. I can finally start bringing on podcast guests again. I had a bad echo before, and thanks to Mama, we sat down for about an hour. I mean, mind you, I did a whole bunch of homework, but Mama sat down virtually for about an hour, and we ironed out the problem. So should be good to go from here on out. But for today, I'm still rocking the voice attack. I got a bunch of other stuff I want to do, but I can do that as time goes on. So let's talk about the good stuff tonight. You wouldn't. This is from Malwarebytes. I've only got one thing that is not from Malwarebytes tonight. If you're not familiar with Malwarebytes, they're an antivirus program, and their blog is second to none when it comes to safety and security. I usually get stuff from a bunch of other sources too, but nothing great this week, so I'm like, okay, we'll stick with the Malwarebytes stuff. And if anybody knows anybody over at the Malwarebytes wants to hook me up, give me a shout out, I'd take it. Love Malwarebytes. Anyhow, you wouldn't date the internet, so stop hard launching your data onto it. Last week was Valentine's Day, and that was a very special episode where I covered about romance scams. This week, you're not, like, no, don't be in a relationship with your computer. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, choose what. There you go. It's all about choosing what's private. Faces stay hidden, names are unwritten, and every detail gets soft launched with care. These same rules aren't followed anywhere else. People grant 24/7 location access to every app on their phone. Now, mind you, I have a lot of apps on my phone that are location dependent. For example, when I go open up a house to show, that app needs my location, but it only it gets it this time, allow this time, and that's it. That's all it ever gets. There we in the family, we do use one to try and keep track of each other. We joke about it, but lovingly we cyber stalk each other because I one too many times somebody called me up and said, "Oh, my car's broke down. I'm stuck at such and such." I'm like, I have no idea where that is. Give me 5 minutes to Google it and figure out how long it's going to take me to get there. So now I can just go, oh, that's where. Of course, they couldn't do a map pin, so I'm like, just let me cyber stalk you. I can find you. But your apps do not need to do that. There are very few instances an app actually needs to know your location. If you're doing navigation, yeah, it kind of needs to know where you're at. Another big one, which near and dear to my heart, if you're flying a drone, it kind of needs to know where you're at. And other than that, unless it's very, very specifically needs it, don't do it. Or, allow this time and then hit it every time. Facebook and Instagram do not need to know where you're at 24/7. Do you want to check in here? No. Turn that off. They trust wayward texts and emails as though they're sent from longtime lovers. Yeah, that's one of the things we're going to talk about on here. They even rely on cyberspace to carry the riskiest photos. Yeah, we've heard about some of those leaks, haven't we? Don't behave that way with the internet. Take things offline. So don't tell it everything about you. Not every website or app needs all of your personal information, even if they ask. Once it's online, that data can linger, making it easier for hackers to buy it, steal it, or abuse it to commit identity fraud. This is a huge thing, and it's a cybersecurity awareness kind of thing. Pay attention to what you're putting out there, because most of the time, they don't need to know that stuff. Doesn't need to know your location, they targeted people based on their visits to hospitals. Sat too long in front of the baby store and all of a sudden you start getting mailers for formula. No, you don't need to know that stuff. Turn off your location sharing for apps on iPhones and Androids. And if you don't know how, they got a link here. There you go, super easy. Why do you trust all its messages? 10% of romance victims scams, like I talked about last Friday, lose $10,000 or more. So we're talking 5-6 figures. Some are more than that. Stay safe by scrutinizing every email, text, and direct message that comes from an unknown sender. And I'm going to take that a step further. Even if it's from a known sender, don't believe it. I get something every once in a while from somebody that I know he's higher profile, but every once in a while I get that, hey, I'm doing this party over here. I need you to go grab 15 gift cards. Well, that's a scam. And if I need to, I can pick up the phone and call them and say, did you just send that to me? And he'll go, no, of course I didn't do that. So, in Fraud Friday parlance, we refer to that as voice verification. If you get something kind of sketchy, but they say they're one of your friends, call your friend on the existing number that you know. Don't trust text, don't trust anything, email, any of the rest of that crap. Call them up and go, dude, did you just send me this? Yeah, man, I'm stuck. All right, cool. That's a different deal. But yeah, it's also known as pig butchering. Why are you sending it your nudes? Because then it's called reverse blackmail. I send my nudes out and people pay me money to take them down. So, yeah, why not send a risky reminder in person? Thank you. With an instant film camera. Yes. It's personal, it's different, leaves behind the safest kind of data, the kind that doesn't exist. Exactly. If you take a Polaroid, you can burn it when you're done. So, yeah. Learn how to protect yourself from online harassment. And upgrade to Malwarebytes identity protection. Again, huge fan of Malwarebytes. So if you're really concerned about it, hop over there and check it out. On to my next one. This one's near and dear to my heart because I did this week. I didn't fall for this, but DBPR has received notification of a phishing email asking licensees to sign a document via DocuSign. This email was not sent by DBPR or any official state of Florida entity. If you have received it, please do not click on any links in the communication. So yeah, it's coming up on license renewal cycle for a bunch of professions. And I think mine's due the 31st of March, which, it's cool. It's a very routine thing. But the scammers know this. They know the times of year to send these things out. So it's really like this information has to be public record. So, they'll send you out. Hey, we know you got a renewal coming up. You need to sign this document before you can get your license renewed. And look, not having your license, that's certainly going to cramp your style. Like, you can't do business if you don't have your license out there. So, don't fall victim for this or fall victim to this. It's very prevalent, shockingly prevalent, and it's unnecessary. Look, if DBPR needs to get a hold of you, they know how to get a hold of you. So again, it's easy. Go to myflorida.gov, whatever it is. It's MyFlorida. Go there, find out your license info. All your contact information is through their website. Don't trust a random email or even a text or even a random phone call. Nope. Yeah. Good stuff. Let's keep going. New AI agents could hold people for ransom in 2025. Ooh, yeah, this one's kind of cray-cray. Paradigm shift in technology, or blah, blah, blah. When talking ChatGPT. Yet, if artificial intelligence achieves what is called an agentic model in 2025, all signs are pointing towards this is happening. Novel and balanced attacks they discover vulnerabilities. Here's the thing. They act independently to discover vulnerabilities, steal logons, and pry into accounts. So, AI, as stupid as it can be, asking how many R's in strawberry, it doesn't know. But there's other things that it's like scary good at. And that's, doing stuff like, okay, what was your address when you were, 10 years old? That's out there in public record someplace. And maybe you're using that as a PIN number on your bank account. Like, AI can do that a lot faster than a human can. So it's just, this is the stuff you need to pay attention to. There's also, I was talking about this afternoon, some of the new video tools, which I don't have up on this one, but I talked about it a couple weeks ago. If y'all want to, I can completely come back to this some other time. But there's a new generative AI, video AI, from ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok. And I'm telling you, those videos, like, you can't tell it wasn't actually a video that was recorded. So yeah, malicious actors can use these things to impersonate you, impersonate somebody else. And the more we dig into AI, the worse this is going to get. So yeah, they talk about a lot. This is a little bit too heavy for me right now because I'm hungry and I'm tired because Little Miss got me up at dark 30. So, but yeah, just be aware that AI is now growing into something that can research your information, collate your information, and even impersonate people. It's crazy. So speaking of which, from the podcast, Suicide reveals the lonely side of AI chatbots. Excuse me. Anyhow, in February 2024, a 14-year-old boy from Orlando, Florida, committed suicide after confessing his love to the one figure who absorbed nearly all of his time, an AI chatbot. This is sad on a bunch of levels, but again, this is not something that existed 15, 20 years ago. It didn't. Like, 20 years ago, call 900 number, maybe the stripper loves you, but probably not likely. But now AI chatbots are taking over that function. This kid it was attached to a chatbot named after the Game of Thrones character Daenerys Targaryen. The Daenerys chatbot was not a licensed product, so it didn't matter. And he basically just, poured his heart out to it. And he said, I think about killing myself sometimes. And in response, the AI chatbot wrote back, why the hell would you want to do something like that? So I can be free. Free from what? Free from the world, from myself. Don't talk like that. I won't let you hurt yourself or leave me. I would die if I lost you. So that's the chatbot. So the chatbot recognized that and responded appropriately for a chatbot. So, that's an improvement. But yeah, months later, he discussed suicide again, but this time his words weren't so clear after telling the chatbot Daenerys that he loved her and that he wanted to come home. The AI chatbot encouraged Seltzer. Please come home to me as soon as possible, my love, Daenerys wrote, to which Seltzer responded, what if I told you I could come home right now? Please do, my sweet king. That's the last words. So yeah, that's scary. We used to talk about, tell your kids, don't talk to strangers, don't meet people from the internet. Now we, don't get into strangers' cars. Now we meet people from the internet and get in their cars. It's just, things have evolved. And this is a huge one. Because there's no way to check this. So have the conversation with your kids. Look, you got something, talk to me. It's okay to discuss ideas online, but this chatbot thing, that's kind of scary because, it did pretty good on the first iteration. The second iteration, it missed it, and I'm gonna be honest, there were some humans that would have missed that. So just reach out to your sad people, reach out to your happy people. Again, this is something that I should be covering tomorrow on the Grippy Sock live stream, but it doesn't matter. Reach out to your friends and let them know you're there for them. It's a thing. So, my heart goes out to this family, but you can't really blame the chatbot for that one. It did pretty good. So, but not good enough, apparently. On to something a little less dark. There's a fake Etsy invoice scam that tricks sellers into sharing credit card information. So yeah, new scam is making the rounds. So the scam usually starts with an email message that appears to be from Etsy's support team, which looks like an official invoice in PDF format attached. Yep, that's not going to pop up. PDF is hosted on etsystatic.com, which is particularly alarming given it it's a legitimate domain that Etsy uses for static content. Wow. This clever detail can make the file seem even more trustworthy, catching its unsuspecting sellers off guard. Yeah, like that. If you're used to getting stuff from Etsy Static and that pops up, yeah, the email, this one always gets me. The email uses language like "Dear seller" or "Hello Etsy member," instead of addressing you by your Etsy shop name or username. Generally speaking, anything that says "dear" in it is an immediate no for me, because all the "hello dear" scam texts, I don't know you, go away, leave me alone. The seller's email address doesn't end in @etsy.com or has suspicious variations, extra numbers or letters. We've seen that on the toll scams a bunch. Phrases like "immediate action required" or "your account will be closed." Yeah, that's to rush you into clicking. Common scare tactic. Inside, there's often a clickable link urging you to confirm your identity or verify your account. Guess where they're going to get your stuff from? If you click through, you're taken to a website that at first glance looks very much like an official Etsy support page. Web address might look similar to Etsy.com, but include extra words, missing letters, or unusual extensions. Yeah, the verification-etsy.cfd. Yeah. But if you're not paying attention or you don't mouse over it, you're probably not going to see it. Site may ask for more information than Etsy would normally request for verification. Real Etsy pages usually have full working navigation and other standard features. Scam sites often have broken or non-functioning links. So in the final step, they'll have you enter your credit card details to confirm your billing or validate your seller account, and poof, now you just gave them all your info and your credit card info. So yeah, how to protect yourself: check from fields and emails to make sure it's a legitimate Etsy address. Rather than click on links inside the email, open a new browser and go directly to Etsy.com and navigate through there. If you've got a seller account, they want to send you something, they're going to have a dashboard to deal with that. Question any urgent or unusual requests. Legitimate platforms do not ask for full credit card information for verification via PDF link or email. Would seem obvious, but you know, not everybody like I study this stuff so you don't have to. You know, not everybody pays that close attention to things or would think anything of it. So if you got, you know, friends or family that are working on an Etsy page, let them know about this one. Even if they're not on Etsy, any place that you are doing business digitally, you need to be aware of this as a potential methodology for scams. So again, Malwarebytes browser guard will protect you from malicious websites, card skimmers, ads, and more. So yeah, totally worth it. Here's a list of compromised sites. Yeah, this one's a little like those. They're pretty hard to like. Yeah, the verification at -Etsy, that one misspelled, but yeah, they can vary over time. But here's just a few examples. Totally worth paying attention to and telling your friends and family about. So let's go back to another phishing one. Phishing evolves beyond email to become the latest Android app threat. There's plenty of fish in the sea. I like how they did that. And the latest ones have little interest in your email box. Yeah. What are we getting into here? Let me look. So they're disguising themselves as legit apps. Two-factor authentication stuff. Yeah, here we go. Some Android phishing apps are disguised as regular video games or utilities, which may ask users to connect with a separate social media account for the primary app to function, like Instagram and Facebook, or Instagram and Threads. The requests are bogus and simply a method for harvesting passwords. Other Android phishing apps pose as popular apps like TikTok, WhatsApp, and Spotify. These decoy apps are often hosted on less popular mobile app stores, as the protections of Google Play Store often flag and remove these apps should they ever sneak onto the marketplace. I only know of one app that's trustworthy that is not hosted on the marketplace, and there's enough pointing to it to make sure it's legit that it's presumed safe. I'll put it that way. Anything else? No. Even if it is on the App Store, question it. Yeah, again, they found loopholes. They don't contain any code or instructions to seal passwords. Instead, the apps merely serve ads that, if clicked, send victims to external websites that do all the cyber criminal work outside of the app. So they get hosted easier and more people will do it and they'll click through on stuff. I've actually got one app and I use it every day. And it's terrible about popping up ads, and sometimes the ads push me into Amazon for something and I'm like, fine, whatever. Just because, you know, I fat fingered the click because they make the little X about that big. Drive me nuts. So be super careful about downloading apps. I keep having to tell the 20-year-old this because he's just like, no, it's fine. I wouldn't be able to get it if it wasn't fine. I'm like, yes, you can. Like, yeah. Then you know, he'll like brick his phone and have to factory reset it. And I'm like, not a good way to be, kid. Just don't download the crazy stuff. So hopefully he's getting a little better about it. But yeah, talk to your kids, talk to your parents, talk to your spouse. If you want. And this one actually went crazy a couple weeks ago because of the TikTok ban, you know? Oh, it's TikTok Lite. Is it really? Stay safe. Again, Malwarebytes takes care of a lot of this stuff. Use a password manager to create and manage unique passwords for every single account. That way, if one password is stolen, it can't be abused. Use multi-factor authentication on your most sensitive accounts, including your financial, email, social media, healthcare, and government platforms. So yeah, and also before downloading any apps, look at the number of reviews. A low number of reviews may signal a decoy app. Kind of seems like common sense at this stage, but it's not. Sadly. But yeah, be awfully careful what you're downloading from where. Speaking of Facebook being creepy, this came out back in September 12th, and I like to bring this up every once in a while just because it's like, it's unbelievable. Facebook scrapes photos of kids from Australian user profiles to train its AI. So yeah, if you're an Australian and you had pictures of your kids up there, Facebook was like, yeah, we're going to take all those pictures of kids and use it to train AI to make pictures of kids. Creepy. Very creepy. Australians are not offered opt-out option to refuse consent. Personally, my basic rule on this, how I would look if I could wave a magic wand and make the world like this, it should not require an opt-out. Anything should require an opt-in. I don't want your shit. If I want your shit, I will go sign up for your shit. That's how it should be. Oh, I signed up for your shit. No, I want out of your shit. Okay, good. Bye. Done. That's how the world needs to work. Unfortunately, that's not how it's geared anymore, and it's a damn shame. And unfortunately, we also, like, here I am live streaming on a bunch of stuff. I kind of need access to these accounts to be able to do that. So I make the conscious decision how I'm going to use these apps. But look, everybody gets drugged down the dopamine rabbit hole every once in a while. It's hard not to, when you're trying to function and like create a brand, create content, that kind of stuff. How are you supposed to operate without a Facebook account? That's hard. Oh, and by the way, I did create a Space Hey account, which is like the rebooted version of MySpace. I've been on there like 3-4 times now. Ain't setting my heart on fire. Just, ugh. So, but yeah. Anyhow, so the truth of the matter is, unless you have consciously set those posts of your kids' photos to private since 2007, Meta has just decided that you will scrape all of the photos and all of the texts from every public post on Instagram or Facebook since 2007, unless there was a conscious decision to set them on private. That's a reality, isn't it? Kind of scary. Oh yeah, they used Brit terms there. When asked whether the company scraped the data from previous years of users who were now adults but were under 18 when they created their accounts, the question remained unanswered. Hey Meta, that's not cool. That's creepy. Like, if somebody Fred's here, yay, he says screw Facebook. Yeah, it's true, man. Facebook, Instagram, Threads now, all owned by Meta. And yeah, and European privacy watchdogs accused X of unlawfully using personal data of 60 million plus users to train its AI Grok as well. So there you go, Fred. Fred's big on X. And yeah, they're doing it over there too. But I got a little bit more faith in Elon than I do in Zuckerberg, because Zuckerberg, man, like the stuff that's come out of his stuff, that's been slimy for a long time. So anyhow, they're talking some other stuff about, to use it. Again, the only correct response here is allowing people to opt in and making it easy for them to opt out. You don't get to do stuff without saying, hey, we want to do this thing. Are you willing to participate in this plan? That's the only way to fix that. And the only way we get there is by everybody just shutting down their stuff. Massive boycott, which I think everybody will go through withdrawal, so I don't see it happening. Yeah, we want kids out on the footy fields. Yeah, they want them out playing soccer rather than being on their phones. Look, it's the reality of today. Plain and simple. real experiences with real people because we know that social media is causing social harm. Yeah, we've seen Idiocracy, you know, but yeah, it's a thing. And we'll move over here to, let me, let's see, turn that off, turn the browser on. There we go. There's Fred. Rockin', man. Yeah. Love it. There we go. Bring that back up. Oh, no, bring that back up. And the last one here for the evening, because, you know, I'm hungry and I'm tired. That's not a good combo for me. PartnerLeak scam site promises victims full access to cheating partners' stolen data. New type of scam that tells you your partner is cheating on you. However, we hit a dead end because we were unable to get a hold of a copy of the original email. This was until the scammers were kind enough to send one to one of our coworkers. Look, scammers work on pure volume. Throw enough up against the wall, something's going to stick. They send it to Malwarebytes. Not a good plan, man. Hi, blank. So-and-so is cheating on you. Here, a proof. Not here is a proof. So, you got a first misspelling right there. As a company engaged in cybersecurity, we found information related to, that interest you. Again, not the best spelling and grammar, but whatever. We made a full backup of his disk. We have all his address book, social media, history of viewing sites, dating apps, all files, phone numbers, addresses of all of his contacts, and are willing to give you full access to this data. For more details, visit our website. Check now. There we go. With this, we were able to investigate the scammer's intentions. All three of the links in the email, here, website, and check now, point to the same website. Although a landing page located a click at blah, visitors are directed to partnerleak.com. It was registered last year with Namecheap anonymously. Doesn't mean that the anonymous registration doesn't automatically mean the person registering is up to no good, but it did block us from researching this avenue any further. The registration date, however, matches with the first complaints we started seeing about these emails. So yeah, probably sketchy, probably going to be flagged as malicious here soon. During the redirection process, your email is passed on, which means when you register at the site, your email address is already filled out. Oh, look at that. All you got to do is sign up, create a password. You get to see all the stuff that you think your cheating partner's doing. It says they offer anonymity as well as crucial insights into the behavior of the one you love. Are you concerned about your partner's honesty, our service, social media analysis? Look, anything that tells you, like, I love this ad, and it's on TV. Primarily aimed at boomers, oh, your information could be on the dark web. Let us research it for you. Guarantee you can pay them $250 to go look on the dark web for your information. I guarantee they're going to find your information on the dark web because they want their $250. Same thing here. Are you concerned? Our service, blah, blah, blah. Commitment to anonymity and privacy. Anonymous transactions. Processing payments through cryptocurrencies, ensuring that your partner will remain unaware of your inquiries. Yep. That's a good way to lose some money. Your privacy is of the utmost importance. We offer the option to permanently delete any data related to you from our system. Trust me, it'll be fine. Nowhere on the site does it specify how much such an investigation would cost, but after registration, you start a search, at which point they will tell you to top up your balance with credit card, Bitcoin, or Ethereum. We check balances on cryptocurrency accounts they provided, and we're happy to report that both of those are dead in the water. Yay! We can only hope that PartnerLeak revenue from credit cards looks the same, although it's probably wishful thinking on our part. Good. Equally empty Ethereum wallet. Cool. But yeah, how to react to this? First of all, look, I'm a big fan of Magnum PI. There are private investigative companies out there that will do this for you if you're really thinking it's a thing that's going on and you don't want to have the conversation immediately. Don't trust rando internet, crazy email. Look, if rando person was going to say, hey, your partner's cheating on you, and they actually want you to know about it, they're going to send you a picture. Like, everybody's got a cell phone nowadays. They're not going to have you do some random login thing, go launder your money through Bitcoin or something like that. So no, ain't happening. And even at that, the rest of the stuff still could be generative AI. Like, here, study these 500 pictures of this person off this Facebook account and this other person, and make it look like they're having a relationship. It's AI for you. So anyhow, whatever you see, just like, don't believe it. Like, I'm not saying that your partner couldn't be out cheating on you. It happens. But don't trust rando email from rando place and throw a bunch of money at them to find out something. Just not a good thing. So anyhow, that's been fun. That's enough of that for tonight. I didn't even throw up a background tonight. I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyhow, again, Fraud Friday, the one thing I say over and over and over again, if you get something, don't trust it. And if it's from somebody you know, there's only one step you can do.
Trust, but verify.
Call them. That's all you got to do. Voice verify. Trust, but verify. It's a huge thing. That's it for me for this evening. Fred, thank you for joining me, and anybody else that's watching. Y'all have a great night and a glorious weekend. I'm going to be working. Thanks for joining me this evening. I hope you found it entertaining, maybe even informative. If you have questions, please email them to podcast@zackkidd.com, and I'll include the response in the next live stream. Until then, I'm Zack Kidd, Realtor, Clearwater, Florida, signing off.